What's up, everybody? How are you? Happy Monday. Let me tell you something. It has been a day. I ain't gonna say how the hell, but it's been a day. And we've been rocking and rolling. But I'm glad we are here. I am blessed to be in front of you today. I hope you all have had a wonderful day. And it is what it is. Tonight we got a little special show for you. We're waiting for my co-host, Alyson. This is Real Talk with Alyson Williams. And Alyson is tardy for the party. I don't know where she is, but I got a special treat for you later. I have Dr. Marilyn Corder coming in to give you just a little brief conversation about Omicron and what to do and the don'ts during the holidays, what she suggests. Here, Malika, read that. And with that being said, I welcome you all here today. This is Real Talk Chronicles. I'm your host, Bill Forster. This is Real Talk with the First Lady of Def Jam, Alyson Williams. And it's a week before Christmas. Can you believe that? Is that crazy? 2 weeks before New Year's, 3 weeks before my birthday. Oh, that's right. It'll be Capricorn season. Yeah, if y'all don't know, now you know. Exactly. Capricorn season will be here in a few minutes. So act like you know. And that's a good thing. You know what I'm saying? Stefania, what's going on? How are you? Happy Monday. Kevin Branzetti's in the building. Oh, we'll definitely be watching Talking Wednesday because the Kim Potter trial is in closing, and you know, we want to definitely discuss that. Maurice Jackson, what's going on, brother? How are you? Hello, everybody. Happy Monday, like I said. This stuff right here is crazy. This new stuff that we're dealing with health-wise. I don't know if people are getting vaccinated. I don't know if people are still talking about they don't want to get vaccinated. That's what y'all doing, and you know, I can't tell you what to do. You know what I'm saying? So, Kenny, what's up, baby? How you doing today, brother? Definitely. So, like I said, we got a surprise coming in. We got Dr. Marilyn Corder coming in to give you some little do's and don'ts on what to do during the holiday season. Just some love. You know what I'm saying? Trying to show some love out here to you. What's happening with any of you? Everybody good out there? What are you doing for the holidays? Can you believe, like I said, Christmas is right here. Wow.
I can't believe Christmas is Saturday.
I know. That's crazy, right? Like, Christmas is Saturday. 2022 is upon us. What are we going to do? What are you going to do? Do you got plans? I mean, our plans are just to be safe. That's all.
And watch basketball.
Oh, that's right. I already told Malika Saturday.
Bill told me,
Go ahead.
don't talk to him. Don't ask any questions. Don't say a word to him on Saturday. So
I don't want to hear it.
I asked him earlier. I said, I need you to tell me, what do you want to eat for Christmas Day? So I figured I'd give him a few days notice to make that decision, and that's it.
Well,
no
listen,
conversation on Christmas Day, and I'm totally fine.
Absolutely.
I love you, boo, but yeah, it'll be a nice, quiet day.
It'll be a very quiet day. Amir, what's going on, brother? How you feeling? So, like I said, everybody, what do we have coming up, really? It's the holidays. After Wednesday, we'll probably take a break unless Pastor really wants to come on and chop it up. Stefania said, make sure you ask me lots of questions. Don't ask me it. Don't ask me nothing. You know what I'm saying? Don't ask me anything. Is there anything anybody wants to talk about tonight? Please feel free. We can chop it up and kick it. Is there anything that you want to talk about Wednesday? Wednesday is going to be a good show. like I said, Kim Potter, she's on trial. They're deliberating, I think. One of our Real Talk panelists feels that she should get off because of some mistake. I'll let you figure it out who said that.
You've got to be kidding me.
That's what he said. I couldn't believe it either.
You're not joking, right?
I'm not joking. I'll let you read the text.
Oh no.
So we'll definitely talk about it Wednesday.
Wow.
Because the bottom line is, I guess he feels a mistake is okay. You know, you don't have to get just. Hey, Paula, what's going on? How are you? Kenny, I'm going to check it out tomorrow. I am free tomorrow. Well, I'm not really free, but I have some time tomorrow where I will be able to watch what you sent me, and I'm going to. Or tell me again. Paula said, "What's up with the increased COVID test?" Yo, listen. I mean, you all know I'm from Harlem. Today on 145th Street and Broadway to 146th and around the corner, there was a line to get the what is that? The rapid COVID test?
Some kind of COVID test, yeah.
Listen, people taking that COVID test like it's going out of style. Like they giving away cheese or something.
It was good to see that. That people are being responsible and getting tested. It was just kind of shocking to see because the line was so long. And even the line for urgent care was, they were, I don't want to say crammed in, but it was pretty long. And they were waiting outside just to get into City MD. So, it's responsible. People are getting ready for the holidays. People want to spend time with the family and do it safely. So, yeah, I'm
and I'm sure these are people that have already taken the test. I mean, people are getting tested even though they've been vaccinated. So the bottom line is we understand being vaccinated quiets the storm when it comes to the COVID, the Delta, and what is it? I forget what.
Omicron.
I don't know why I mixed that up.
Actually,
Anna David in the building. What's up, sis?
I used to work for a company named Omicron.
Omicron.
Years ago.
Okay.
But anyway, so yeah, I think I just read a little while ago when we were in the car, it said the Omicron variant is accounting for like 72 or 73% of new cases now.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So it's the forerunner.
Yeah.
So I'm really curious to ask Marilyn about that.
Yeah.
Just what her thoughts are.
Yeah, yeah, Stefania, that's crazy about the lieutenant and the captain. I think I showed it to you, Malika, about they had the fake vaccine cards.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Can you say stupid? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Dumb ass, whatever you want to call them, whatever adjective you want to find for them, give it to them. Is it that important not to take the test where you want to get the fake card?
And we're all about everyone. It's everyone's personal choice what they want to do.
Right.
But you have to live responsibly whether or not you're vaccinated. So
yeah, just stay in the house.
Don't lie. Don't lie about it.
I mean, I know there's a few out there, without calling any names. I know you two. I know two right here that are on tonight that are not vaccinated, to my knowledge. Like you guys are going to be like, it's going to be like the invasion of the body snatchers with you two. And we got some other friends because the bottom line is people, you're gonna be like the last of the Mohicans. You know what I'm saying? What's up, D Cabrera? Oh, Sensei Felix. How are you, sir? It's good to see you. Appreciate you. One of the living legends in the martial arts is tuning in with us tonight. It's always good to see him. Michelle, she said, good evening, Bill and Malika, Billy and Malika. Merry Christmas to you both. Absolutely. Vivian is in the building. What's up, Vivian? How are you? Paula said, yes, the magnitude, the line was damn near down Southern Boulevard. I read that New York State had 22,000 cases in 24 hours. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Vivian also said, I don't understand why they are using fake cards. Your information is in the system. I checked my insurance and it states when and where I received the vaccine. Absolutely. It doesn't make any sense. Like I said, everybody, this is Real Talk Chronicles tonight, and we have a special a treat. We have Dr. Marilyn Corder coming in, giving you some holiday tips on what you should do and don't do during this vaccine. She's not going to be with us long. This is Real Talk with Alyson Williams. The only thing is Allison's not here, so it's Real Talk with Bill Foster and Malika Foster. That's okay, because we won't be with you long. I apologize for changing the times, traffic. You know, it was, like I said, Murphy's Law. They was trying everything in their power to stop me from getting here to converse with you tonight, but I wasn't going to let that happen.
Not at all.
No, not at all. Wednesday, like I said, we got a real good show coming up. We have Kim Potter. She's on trial for shooting a young man. I don't know if are any of you watching that, Court TV. It's an interesting case. I wish the prosecution had done a better job. I will say that from being in court in trials before. You always want to ask the real tough questions, like, what are you talking about? Yo, is this the new thing out right now? Tears will get you no time. Tears will get you acquitted. Listen, I'm not saying every white person, but I know right now, white people crying. And then it's also funny when the prosecution was questioning her, she wasn't crying anymore. But when her, the defense attorney was asking her, sorry. What I don't understand is that I remember when I was little, I don't know about you all, but I remember when I was little, when I cried, there was tears. I see it's like the new cry. You don't have tears. Very interesting.
Real tears, not fake tears.
Yeah. Like I want to see some tears, like some. You remember that shit? That's the way. Yeah. But that's the cries that I remember. That cry, like, I don't get it, y'all. Help me out. Help me figure this shit out, please. I'm just one man with a brain, Jay Burnett, what's up, brother? He said, white tears, I guess, get you acquitted. Yeah, it seems like that. Paula said, tears in some situations will get you some sympathy. Yeah, I guess so. Paula, I remember when I was crying, I was younger and I was getting spankings. It didn't get me any sympathy. It got me hit a couple more times because my parents said, oh, you crying? I'll give you something to cry about. So I had to stop crying. You know what I'm saying? That's an old school, everybody understands that. You remember when your parents used to tell you that. Stefania said, yes, she made a mistake. However, she still has to pay for her crime, as any one of us would have to do. Please, there's a friend of yours that Wednesday, I would love for you to tell him that. We won't say no names. James Baker, what's up, brother? What's up, my brother? What do you think about Eric's choice for commish? I like it. The reason why I like it is because he was steadfast on saying he was going to get a woman, which he did. She has credentials. She's not too far from New York City where she doesn't get the news. And what I mean by that, for those that live in other places, whomever is watching this, wherever you're watching this at, even if you're not the main city, if you're not living in the main city or you're living in the suburbs or a rural town, you get the main city. I.e., like if a person is in Maryland, he's getting DC crime. Person is in a certain part of North Carolina, he's going to get the main town, North Carolina crime. Same thing with if you're in the part of PA, you're getting Philadelphia. New York, if you're in the Westchester suburbs, Nassau County, you're getting New York City crime, 5 boroughs. I say all that to say that she says she's from Queensbridge. I don't know if she left when she was 2 months or 2 years or 12. I don't know. Because, people always say I'm from someplace. And then you'd be like, well, how long did you live there? Oh, I lived there when I was 6 minutes. You mean, how long? 6 years old? 16? No, 6 minutes. Okay, I get it. So, but that's where you're born. That's where you rep. So, but the fact that she's from, I think it was Nassau, right? Nassau County. She's privy to the crime. She has credentials. She's a chief. She has law enforcement status. She's been on the job for 20 some years, and she was the chief of D's. So, with that being said, to me, she knows how to investigate. Now, coming over to New York, I mean, we talked about the chief in Philadelphia, police commissioner. Some people wanted her, some people didn't want her. There was another person, I think in Newark, he was looking at. You know what? Eric has aligned himself with the people that will support him. A lot of times, some people might be up in arms about, I see a lot of people of color around him. To the winner goes the spoils, right? We don't have a problem when any person of any other ethnicity wins their positions, and whatever they do, they align themselves around the people that they trust. Sometimes it's people of their own ethnicity. If it's Lily White or Lily Latin or Lily Black, is it fair? Listen, to the winner goes the spoils, right? You can't tell me how to gloat when I win. I can talk smack as long as I want. So I like who he's picked as the counselor for school. I like David Banks. He's done a lot. I know some other behind the scenes things that I think is going to happen. I'll see what's happening. I like the moves. I am Team Eric, just to be factual. Yeah, Ramsey, absolutely. Stefani said, "Oh, I'm gonna get in his." Yeah, you got to get in his ass. Jordan was born in Brooklyn. Okay, that's where she was born at. Okay. Paula said, "It is a swap for Chief Harrison." Yeah, well, Harrison was leaving Paula because there was grumblings behind the scenes of that administration, and he didn't have a position in the new administration coming up. I can tell you a lot more what's going on. I won't right now, but sometimes, first, let's just put it this way. Some people are liked by certain people, and some people are not liked by certain people. And, to the winner goes the spoils. If you part of a clique, I mean, anybody that's worked law enforcement, today you down, you rise on top. When a new administration comes in, and that's in any job. If your boy is the boss, you're going to shine. Once he or she leaves, you're out of there. So it is what it is. It was Rodney's time, and but he leaves with an impeccable resume. Chief of the department, chief of the patrol, I think he was. What, chief of the D's? Come on. And now you're going to be the commissioner? Man, I still got him on speed dial. That's cool for me. I'm not going out there, but I got him on speed dial. Let's see. Let's see. Vivian said, yeah. So what they are people of color around Eric? Other races do the same thing. Absolutely, Vivian. Well, so that's right. We never make an issue with other leaders when they win. No, we should better not. Stefani said, as he should. That's what every other community does. They select their own. Absolutely. Vivian, she said, yes, I agree. Banks was a great choice. I do. And I know you're in the school system, so I'm glad you applaud that, because your point is definitely well taken. Hey, Tony, how are you? What's up, J.A.? Yeah, Kenny, Daniel Outlaw. Paula Field said, yeah, David Banks is pro-charter, and a lot of charters are worse than DOE. like Capital Prep of Harlem, which is P. Diddy's baby. Well, what I do know is I know David Banks did a lot for Eagle Academy. Um, Otherwise than that, the chancellor that was already the chancellor now, as she will resign or go on, go to another position or do whatever, she used to work for David Banks. See, so a lot of times people say, "Oh, well, we just gave her a chance." Well, you know what's so funny? Credentials wise, she was good. But the thing is, there is in any administration, when you come in, you put your own people in because these are the people that you know you trust, and they're gonna have your back. To the winner goes the spoils. Everybody knows. What's up, T Lane? My man Terrence is in the building. Cabrera said, "My boy got the correction officer position. Louis Molina, Latino. Absolutely. What is his position with the correction department? D. I don't know if I know what his position is. Lisa, what's up, Lisa Davis in the building? How are you, Lisa? I know a lot of times my old people chime in. My lawyers, we're gonna have to talk sidebar, sis, and find out what your take on the Kim Potter situation. A lot of people will definitely talk about that Wednesday when I have my panel of law enforcement, and anybody is always welcome to chime in with that. Zet, what's up, sis? Zettine's in the building. Jay Burnett said, if these are quality people, it's all good with. We have people of color out there that are out for themselves. You know, Jay, I totally agree. I think we have people out there of any color and ethnicity are out there for themselves. We've seen that in any political party and any administration. The one thing that we have to say about what Eric is doing right now is that he's just aligning himself with people that he trusts, and you can't blame that. Right now, he's aligned himself with two people of color. Um, I think his chief of staff is, I think he has a Latin woman, uh, and I think he has a white man. So he's about his business. You understand what I'm trying to say? You know, and when we have people in power, we want them to align themselves with the best, the capable people. And a lot of times we don't see people of color getting those positions, Latin or white, and or Latin or black, excuse me. But the bottom line is when we do see them in there, we hope they do the best of their abilities and not lose sight of whom they are. Uh, what's up, Kev? Grayson in the building. That's he said, there is no justice. It's just us. Matt McCoy, I applaud Eric for what he's doing. Absolutely. I do too. Everybody, this is Real Talk Chronicles. I'm your host, Bill Forster. This is Real Talk with Alyson Williams. We're just missing Alyson. Happy holidays. So we got Kim Potter trial with the young man. What's your thoughts on that? Should she get off? Should she not? I think a lot of times we are holding, you know, if you see the changing of the guard, people are holding law enforcement accountable for mistakes. Mistakes are not acceptable with law enforcement. Can law enforcement make a mistake if it's that severe? That's something that you would have to think about on yourself. With other professions, do mistakes equal jail time? Do mistakes equal termination? Of course, you will never make work in law enforcement again. If you have any of you watched the trial? What's your take on that? Excuse me. Mistakes when they don't cost a life are totally different than mistakes when they cost a life. That is just the ultimate severity of a mistake when you take a person's life. I don't know if I posted something in regards to her 2 years ago involved in a case. I'll post it and I'll make sure I have it for you Wednesday. But, you know, I'd like to get your take on what your thoughts are on with her. She said, Bill Malika, what do you think about 45 suing Letitia James? He's the silliest man I ever seen. You know what's so funny? I say this. I don't have a problem with anybody being Republican. I don't have a problem with anybody being Democrat. You know, we've had these discussions on that. You know, Kevin and I had this discussion on slavery and stuff of that magnitude. What I have a problem with if you're a Trump supporter, because then I just think you're damn near delusional. Because if you support Trump, then you support the rhetoric that he spoke. Like I said, I'm going to say this again, and I really don't care how anybody feels this, my opinion. If you're Republican, I have no problem with that. Because people are going to stay party line. So I get if people voted for Trump the first time around. I get people who vote Democrat. Some people are just going to vote party lines, period. And it's one thing to vote party lines. But it's another thing if you say, I'm a Trump supporter. That means you co-signed everything that he said. You know, you'll never hear me say I'm a Biden supporter. He was a better choice than Trump to me. But you're not going to hear me say, I just love Joe Biden. I'm not going to ever tell you that. But I like Joe Biden better than I like Trump. The lesser of two evils. Get it? Got it? Good. With that being said, dude is just straight whack. You know what I'm saying? I don't get it. So him suing her, it's fluff. It's like the old game when you're on this side and you throw a rock over there and you want the person to look over there, and then you run the other way or something. It is what it is. What's up, Michelle? How are you? She says, we have to give it to the orange COVID fairy. Yeah, he did say he was going to drain the swamp. I just don't think he thought it would be his people. Absolutely. Milton Holmes, or Hollows, H in the building, baby. My brother, definitely, it's always good to see you. Everybody, this is Real Talk Chronicles. It's the podcast that keeps it real. I ask any of you at any given time, you're always welcome to join in, share your thoughts, have a dialogue, conversation with me. I embrace it. I love it. Happy holidays to you all. Be safe. There's a pandemic out there. What are you going to do? I was, it's so funny. 2 events this weekend. And both of them were, I missed one due to circumstances that I didn't foresee. But they had people before they came to their house take a COVID test that day. Is that the new norm? Like before you come see me, take a COVID test? It might be. I'm going to another event this weekend. As soon as you come in, you got to get your temperature taken and show your vaccine cards. So I get it. I mean, what's your thoughts on that? How do you feel about that? Like I said, I know there's some of you out there that are not vaccinated. What's your thoughts on it? Because you are right now. You're not the norm. Now you're going against the grain per se. What are you doing for Christmas? Is it really Christmas to you? I'm so happy that everybody I know is alive, that I know right now is alive. We've lost a lot of people. This show, I wanted to talk with Alyson about Kango Kid, RIP to Kango Kid. For those that don't know, whomever's watching, he was old school legendary hip hop artist, UTFO. And yes, I knew him very well. To say a friend, I would say a great acquaintance and associate. And we lost a lot of people in the industry. For those that don't know, I used to dabble in the music industry. So I say we, in regards to that, we lost a lot of people in the music industry. So we Shock G, DMX, Ecstasy from Houdini, Kango, and I think they were Bismarck, and don't even know whomever we lost. And I think was it somebody out of one of the other rock groups? Was it Kiss or another group? So not just in the hip hop world we lost a lot, but in the music industry in the world we've lost people too. A lot of people have lost people just from COVID. So the holidays, I don't know, holidays are very bad for a lot of people because you lose. I just came on the anniversary of my mother passing away, which this is how Real Talk Chronicles started. So I will always pay homage and give props to her because I knew I needed therapy and I needed to converse with people and a bunch of people, including Allison. That's why she's with me to this day. We got together and we just started talking. Anna knows that Anna used to come to the house and we have my house. It'd be like having 50, 60 people in my house. And then I had to take it someplace else. Anna said, I'm used to it now. I have my vaccine card everywhere I go. Now, just got the booster yesterday. And I'm really just wanted to safety. I just want to safely continue to live and enjoy life. This is the new norm. So I'm embracing it. It is either that or stay home and never go out. Your choice. Absolutely. And I think that's the new norm for me. Malika and I, we got our boosters. Listen, when we were kids, we had to go get our vaccinations. Right now, I think there's some of us out there that appear to be more educated to themselves, and that's cool. But I listen to those that have great immune systems, and they haven't caught COVID yet, and they're still doing precautionary things. Kudos to you that you haven't caught it yet and you're staying safe. I kind of laugh, and I use the word laugh. Maybe that might be the wrong word to say, at those that have caught COVID already. And because you beat it, you're like, oh, it can be beat, so I don't have to take the vaccine. Okay, I got it. So if you catch a venereal disease and you don't die from it, it don't fall off or it don't burn up, you never going to use protection again? Something to think about. Everybody coming in the building right now. We got Dr. Marilyn Corder, and let me see if I can bring her in. Doc, you with us?
I'm here in the dark.
That's all right. Hey, Doc, how are you? How's it going?
Whoa, wow. I got 12 calls today, all positive COVID patients. And what's the sad thing is that it's going to get worse. I'm in the DMV. So Washington, D.C. schools are still open, but they're having tons of cases each and every day.
Right.
And to the point, it's not being reported because people are like, well, we all going to get it. So the numbers that they report is just the tip of the iceberg. However, in the county called Prince George's County, they shut the schools down. I had a family call me. All 3 of her children are COVID positive because guess what? She got it from the school. So our governor was upset because the superintendent closed our schools as of Friday, and he's like, "Oh, that was unnecessary." And guess what? Today he gets COVID. So it's like, okay, this COVID it's not playing. Omicron is here, and I'm not sure. I know our hospital. I just got off the phone with the COO of United Medical Center, and all the vents are taken. Their ICU is full. And they're going to have folks who need to be on the vent, who can't be on the vent, who's going to have, sub-vent care. And then there's going to be some folks dying still because we have more folks now than we did last year this time coming into the hospital.
Wow.
Vaccinate.
People are really thinking this is a joke. Doc, for those that don't know, that's Marilyn's my cousin. So anyway, I'm gonna just break it down because it seems like right now people are taking these rapid tests just to check to see if they have COVID or not. They're taking that. It seems they're taking that more than they're regularly taking the vaccine, right, Malika? Like some people are doing that. Is that good just to keep taking to get yourself tested? I know I'm sure people have tested themselves damn near up to 20 times already. What is that? What's your thoughts?
Well, you know what's interesting also, and I was speaking to someone who's like family, who has not gotten vaccinated, was in line for an hour and a half getting tested. And then I said, well, you know what? You're in line getting tested. You're exposing yourself to COVID because a lot of people, every other person in line, positive COVID. Okay. And you're just going to get tested and say, oh, I'm negative. So what's going to happen when you're positive? Because you will be. And you would not have had any protection other than your mask. And we know how far that has gone. Still use it, but you need to also have the vaccine. And even when you have a breakthrough, because we're going to get some breakthrough, it doesn't prevent you from getting COVID, as I'm telling everybody. But what it does do, it allows your body to defend itself when the war occurs, when Omicron, Delta, what have you is in your body, to defend yourself so that you won't get so sick and need hospitalization, ventilation, respirator, and death. So it's like, okay, it's almost like you're sitting up on a hill and here comes Omicron. And your colleagues without vaccinating down in the valley, and they got a stick where you got a cannon, you got a knife, you got pepper spray. It's still coming, but you got all that, and you got a 911 call to make. But your friend, you're going to see your friend down in the valley with a stick. It's coming.
Yeah.
So just prepare.
Right. You know, I have a question out here. People they so happy when they see your name.
Yeah.
Somebody said, I think it was Paula that asked. No, Michelle. Michelle said, question, is the mask effective? Because every time they drop the mask mandates, the numbers spike.
You know what? That's exactly what I have been saying. We didn't see flu last year because guess what? We were wearing masks. The mask is very effective. And I don't know why the devil they keep dropping the mandate. They keep dropping the mandate. You know, I've been so busy since our last show. Matter of fact, I got a couple of folks I still got to send some CBD to. Hang on. I got you. I have your emails.
Gotcha.
But on the second note, you got to keep your mask on. You can't be all up in, we saw with Thanksgiving, a ton of folks did, the social, the family gathering, the hangouts without masks. And now we always say 2 weeks later, here we are with the surge. Now, who knows what's going to happen after Christmas? Okay. A double whammy.
Right. That's so funny. I mean, even our family, we won't be together. No. I'm sure we'll speak during the holidays, but we won't be together. What's up, Mike? What's up, Judy? I see you on the pill. Anna said, my sister's a nurse at NYU, and she keeps telling the people getting admitted, it's not a game. Exactly. Doc, it's so funny. There are people that are still like naysayers on this, like, nah, I don't get it. I'm really not going to try to keep trying to force make a horse drink water. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to be nice and say that. Michelle said, my husband suffers from bronchial spasms during the winter period. For the past 2 years since masking, he has not had an episode. He is convinced and said even after COVID, he will still wear a mask outside. Absolutely. I mean, think about it. We've seen our Asian counterpart friends.
Right.
They've been wearing masks way before we thought we ever thought about a COVID in that aspect. And when you go to nail salon, sometimes they already masked up before you even get in there before COVID.
Right.
You'd be like, why she got a mask?
Right.
So, but it is what it is.
It's going to be the new accessory. Get the matching mask, seasonal mask, whatever. But he's right. And we see what it does. And now it won't look so weird because we have some people who were germophobic and they might have this or male mask. Now it's like, hey, right. I love myself. I want to stay masked. Let me also add, and the caller who's sister is a nurse in NY City, and we're getting so frustrated when we're seeing folks coming in the ER, needing to be admitted, positive for COVID, becoming sick, and not vaccinated, and blocking and using up the equipment, the time, the resources that they didn't have to do if they had gotten vaccinated. And I'm gonna tell you, it's not a good feel when you see someone who they could have prevented it and they're sick, and then the next person is a person with a stroke or a high blood pressure who needs your help, but you could, and needs the time and may need the vent, and then you have somebody who could have prevented this hospitalization. It's a rough call. It's a rough call.
I know. It's almost like developing animosity, because the bottom line is you didn't have to be here. Basically, that's what you're kind of saying, right, Doc? Like a person, if they could have did this preventive maintenance on themselves,
right,
they wouldn't have been in the hospital. And because we have friends, we have one friend that he took the COVID. I mean, he had the booster shot, and he got COVID, and he felt like it was just a little cold. He felt fine. Where we have other friends that caught COVID and didn't have the vaccine at all. And like I said, I damn near thought I was getting my black suit ready. I swear, and I don't say that to be funny.
Right.
I say that because it was really serious. Like,
and the one that had the booster, he said he only felt sick for about 4 days.
Yeah, only for 4 days.
Like a cold.
Doc, let me ask you a question.
Right.
Do you think
right.
in the medical? Okay, sure, go please. Mm-hmm. Go ahead, Doc.
No, I'm just saying that you have your years ago we had a vitamin C, echinacea, elderberry, different natural things which helps your immune system. And then you have some people who poor diet, comorbidities, again, not vaccinated, and those all work against you. And the masking is so important. That caller, whoever it was who said they're going to continue to mask, I don't blame them. That caller who said they saw the surge, we're seeing the surge a week or so after they've dropped the mandate. It's science. It's like 1 + 1 equal disaster if you drop in the mask, if you're not vaccinated. And the Omicron, it's hitting. It's like a vapor going up under the door. It's there. It's there. And you can, you pray and try to avoid. But I told my staff 8 months ago, we all are going to have had a positive, because we're not tested every day, but we all would have had it. And some people remember, I think I had it because I got sick and I never got tested, and it passed. But as that vapor under the door, sometimes people are going to die from it. And all I can say is, you better be ready. You better get your vaccination.
Wow. Let me just read some comments and questions. Gemma says, surviving the first wave of COVID in March 2020. Thank God. Thank God you did make it, sis. I just can't be around everyone. People say, well, I got the vaccine, so I'm good. No, you're not. I almost want to wrap myself in a bubble, but obviously that's not practical. Absolutely. Michelle said, I try to avoid getting into religious conversations, but with everything that is going on in the world today, God is angry with the world. Wow.
Yeah. He's like, okay, I'm going to show you.
Yeah, because the numbers are different. I think there's a lot of people out here, and I even, sidebarred with you. I have some friends that sometimes they want to come at me about this, and I tell them, I said, you're more than welcome if you think you're knowledgeable to have this conversation. I said, that's why the doctor's the expert, and we're, I'm the journalist on this, and vice versa. We share this show so she can share the knowledge, because to come and give me stats and talk about like make up numbers and things of that magnitude. But then, like, I kept asking them, are you vaccinated? And they was like, it doesn't matter. It does matter, because if you're vaccinated, you know what I'm saying, then why are you arguing this situation? If you're not vaccinated, then I get it. But if you're vaccinated, then don't tell me about the government. I don't want to hear about that. I really don't. You know what I'm saying? Because the bottom line is, we were all vaccinated when we were kids.
That's right. That's right.
And people don't understand that, Doc. I mean, what tips do you got?
It's gonna be mandated. Okay, so here we are. Just like with polio, just like with measles, it's gonna get mandated. You won't be able to go to school. You won't be able to go into restaurants. You won't be able to get on a plane. Ghana got it right. The country where my daughter is in said you can't come in or out until you're fully vaccinated. They're not playing. That test that they do, okay, yes, you get negative tests, but they're like, not only you going to have a negative test, because they still make you test, you're not going to go. So the motherland, but they say to return back home to the motherland, they're not going to let you come until you get vaccinated because they don't need it there. What they're trying to do is save their mankind there. Globally, it also helps.
Now, let me ask you a question. I mean, you may not know. I'm just asking maybe your opinion on this. Why is it places like that, the motherland and places like that, they're not playing? Why is it? It seems like we can't get it right here.
Because we got rights, we democracy. You can't tell me what to do. Well, and one of my, it's like she's like a daughter to me.
Right.
We were talking yesterday, so she went to get tested, and as I said, she's in line once a week getting tested. He refused the vaccination. So I said, why don't you get vaccinated? And her son is not vaccinated.
Right.
So I said, who's like my godson. I said, what? Well, I heard, and I love this, I heard that it messes with your cycle. Well, I said to her, you ain't having no more kids. I said, messes with you may as well get the uterus snatched out. What's the problem? I said, but you know what? You're going to be in that casket with that uterus still up in your butt and dead. Okay? I'm sorry. I forgot. This is, but anyway.
No. You said what you wanted to say. Listen, this is what we keep it real.
I said, your uterus can't live without you being alive. And if you're going to die, everything's going to die, including your reproductive systems. So, okay.
Listen, you're going to be up in a casket and let the little ghost get up and get that stuff.
That's
you know what I'm saying? You're going to get that ghost sausage.
And then she went quiet. She's like, because I'm her doctor. And I'm like, and?
Yeah.
But I hear a lot. I hear it all. I hear a lot. It's like, this is like a horror movie, in all honesty. Today, I received at least 12 or 13 calls, and it was a short day. And my staff, bless their heart, they come running to me. I'm in the back. Dr. Gordon. Miss So-and-so's on the phone, Miss Jones on the phone, and they all got COVID. And I'm just looking at what's there. They knocking on my door. I'm in the room. And I say, and what else? The sun is up. Everybody's going to have it. And I tell the people who I'm seeing, by the end of the day, they're like, this person said, want to let you know they got COVID. This person called, want to let you, but 90% are vaccinated or they're less than 5 years old. And what I do know, when they call, and I need to put a recording on to say, you have reached the office of Dr. Porter. If you're calling me to find out if I agree with the vaccine, hell yes. If you're calling me to find out whether or not you need to get your vaccine, yes. If you're calling me and you're unvaccinated and you're sick, oh well. I mean, I just
sometimes you got to give it to them real, cuz you got to give it to them real.
And I do. And look, and here's the deal. So when they get COVID, they want to run up in my office. I said, no, you're not.
No.
This is a COVID, as much of a COVID-free entity. We don't test. We tell you where to go. We don't check you when you have a sore throat. Even when they have sore throats, which is one of the hallmarks of this Omicron, you may not have respiratory. Your throat is sore. And people thinking the strep is COVID. 9 out of 10 sore throats that I'm seeing in kids when they get tested is COVID.
Wow.
So,
that's a real talk moment, everybody. So please understand that if you're feeling with a sore throat, that is a telltale sign, cause like a sore throat.
We're seeing it because we're not seeing strep like that, and we're seeing it. And this is my pilot study of my little cohort of people. All my 90% of my sore throats, when I send them to urgent care, because I want them to get tested. I don't want them to have strep, etc. But I said, go in there and they will test, and that's what they do. They test a PCR, and turns out it's been so, and it doesn't have to be a bad sore throat, a little trickle, etc. So tips, take this tip and make sure you share it. The sore throat that you're feeling, that typically you think is postnasal or it is sore and you wake up, you don't have a fever, you may not have the fever. Get yourself checked. Okay? And if you get COVID, you can't get a vaccine for 90 days. for at least 3 months. So you missed that opportunity of
Everybody,
being
listen.
vaccinated.
If you get COVID, you cannot get vaccinated for 90 days. 90 days. That's 3 months. You know what it is.
Yep.
So listen, let me just read some comments real quick, Doc.
One question.
Go ahead. Go, please.
Like, after exposure to COVID, how soon do people tend to get symptoms, to show symptoms?
Now read it a little bit slower, because I think I heard 2 questions in
No,
there.
Malika, go ahead.
I was just wondering, like, after someone's exposed to COVID, like, how soon do they start feeling sick?
They may not feel sick at all. See,
right.
The asymptomatic ones, well, I'm scared of everybody. The asymptomatic ones, the symptomatic ones,
right.
Folks who have symptoms, folks in the hospital. It's like, you can have a family of 4. One person is sick with COVID, another person tests positive, not sick, and the other 2 family members, and I have tons of families like this, don't have COVID at all, but they're exposed. Mm-hmm. So, it's like, okay, eventually will they turn positive, but they may not have symptoms. So the question is, how soon after you've been exposed will you have symptoms? You may never have symptoms.
Right.
But you could be positive for COVID.
Mm.
So some people say, well, isn't it like chickenpox? You know how you get exposed to chickenpox, and then within that time you get the symptoms. It's not like that, and that's what makes it so infectious and contagious, because you just don't know. And I was telling my husband, I'm assuming everybody got COVID. Mm-hmm. Wear your mask. It's almost like, just like years ago, we were talking about HIV, universal precaution. Assume all of us got it. Assume we all have it. So then you let your guard down.
Right. That's crazy. Mm-hmm. And like you said, right now you have to look at everybody like that. We got to look at everybody has it. She said, let me just read some of the comments. Michelle said, maybe that's why there are so many UFO sightings now. They're trying to get the hell off this earth right now. Everybody going up to space for a little 20 seconds. Listen, y'all better get that shit together, everybody. Gemma said, other countries have gone through so many other plagues and illnesses. They understand how to take precautions. Vivian says, keep it real, Dr. Corder. Vera Forster, I love the last name. We're not related, but I love that name. She said, we you know what I'm saying? We have rights, including the right to die. If you take the vaccine, you can put it off. Why not? I know a few people that are in a hurry to die. You're right, Vera, because let me tell you something. I'm on a slow death program. When they talk about who wants to take a slow death and who doesn't want to die at all, I raise my hand and shit. I don't know any of y'all out there. Y'all raise your hand too. Michelle said, I ran into a Karen in the store the other day talking about that's my rights, and I started laughing. She asked me if I was vaxxed. I said yes, and booster too. She said, well, you don't she said, you don't you do what you will. I just lost the place. You do what you will and happen and see what's happened in 10 years. I told that chick, true. I don't, but at least I'll have 10 years for my family to file a suit. I can't say that much about you. Right. She huffed and walked away. My sister pulled out her little Lysol and fumigated the area. Absolutely. Because you know what's so funny? People, and like you said, that conspiracy theory. Oh, well, we don't know what's going to happen. Listen, if I got 10 years on this earth, and if this is a disease or something they put in this, I got 10 years more than you got. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So can I get that? You go ahead.
So Tylenol and Motrin can take you out quicker than this, quote unquote, what they think the vaccine is going to take you out. And the thing is, this thing kills. Too bad we can't talk to the over 800,000 deaths, folks who wish they had, even those that didn't get vaccinated. Some died because the vaccine wasn't available yet, but some died because they didn't get the vaccine. And many of them, including one of my colleagues who was a physician who died, who didn't get the vaccine. It's like, it doesn't, they could be as smart as that, but yet so uninformed and so ignorant in terms of getting protected. So
yeah, You know, it's so funny, Doc. Vivian also says they say that you can she said they say that you can begin to show symptoms within 2 days, as per Fauci on CNN. You
Yeah.
know, so funny. I don't know. And I mean, and you know, what's so funny, Doc. I'm sure you're learning every day. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
this is really putting your medical knowledge to test, because this is something that you got to read like the paper every day. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
like
This is, you know, we learn it because how many times did Fauci say this was this and this was that, and like, oh no, it's not. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Or the children are not going to get it. Yes they will. So we're like, whoa, you know, it's an okey doke going on here. But we have to stay updated and current. So
And
I got
Doc, you
about
know, I
2
think
minutes.
that's the biggest mistake that Fauci or whomever at power made
Right.
a mistake. They were just
Right.
saying if you get vaccinated, you won't get COVID. Instead of saying this will be preventive
That's right.
and helping you. That
And
was
they
and
lost a
people,
lot of credibility. They lost
yeah,
credibility, and we got to get it back. But right now, we do know there are breakthroughs. Okay, there are breakthroughs. But guess what? When you don't have your vaccination and that COVID like that is coming at you, you know, it's like a head-on collision.
absolutely. You at your next destination? I love you. Tell your driver I said hi. Merry Christmas, Doc. I love you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Marilyn.
Bye. Everybody, that was Dr. Marilyn Corder.
That was good.
Real Talk. She chimed in and she gave us what she could. You know, give the doctor some love, everybody. Give us some hearts or some thumbs up, please. You know, because the bottom line is this is where you're only going to get it right here. Real Talk Chronicles, man. We keep it real. We keep it 100. Every day, every show. What's your thoughts? Listen.
Interesting.
I'm like I tell people all the time, I'm not here to promote getting vaccinated. I'm just telling you, you should get vaccinated. It just seems like the numbers work. I bet you if somebody was telling you what's the number, 453 or some shit like that, you'll take that advice. But when it's something about what to do with your health, you don't want to do it. And I get it. You know, I don't get it. I try to be politically nice and say I get it, but I don't get it, because the bottom line is, like, I want to see you next year. And listen, if God forbid if I go because I take the vaccine, then I think I was just supposed to go. That's real talk. I really do. I mean, people getting vaccinated, white, black, Spanish, everybody getting vaccinated. This is not this disease has no. It doesn't like say, oh, I'm going in Harlem or Brooklyn or the Bronx today. It doesn't say I'm going upstate New York tomorrow, or like I'm not taking a tour of killing people. It's wherever you are. It's like a plague. Yes, y'all all seen the Ten Commandments. You saw Charlton Heston and Moses and Ramses. You saw it. Some of y'all better read that Bible. Vivian said, that's right. They also said if you get the vaccine, you wouldn't have to wear a mask. Folks are not trusting right now. You're right. Jimma said, Tylenol has ruined my stomach. I took it every 6 hours for almost 2.5 months just to keep the fever at bay. This was at the beginning when I went to the ER and they refused to test me. And 2 days later, I went back and had double pneumonia. Wow. It was God that kept me here. Yeah, I am vaxxed and getting the booster next week. Thank you for this form. I appreciate it. Thank you. At least, you know, you're right, Michelle. You know, everybody, appreciate you. Just only thing I can ask you, share the information. Listen, if it was a party, you pass it along. If it was a show that you liked, you tell me about it. So there isn't anything, and I'm not talking about anybody in particular. I'm just saying share the information. If you like what you heard and you think it's knowledgeable or informative to somebody else, share it to your Facebook page. If you're my friend, if you're watching on YouTube, subscribe to it. You can always share the link. If you're watching it on Facebook, just under my name, I think, what does it say? Something share. Push that little share shit and then pass it on. Everybody, this is Real Talk Chronicles. We ain't gonna keep you long. It's Monday. I'm tired. Malika and I are tired. We've been all up and down that highway. And God be the glory on this one, right? Listen, Wednesday, we coming back hot and heavy. Kim Potter trial, officer that shot an unarmed individual. They pulled him over for air freshener. An air freshener.
That's
Right.
crazy.
One of my co-hosts feels that it was a mistake. She shouldn't do any time. Please tune in
That's this Wednesday. You're talking about
this
right?
Wednesday.
I'm gonna need a big cup of tea or something.
Yeah.
Somebody else may need some wine.
Yeah.
To help get through
I will have to definitely please, chime in with your thoughts. I think his argument is going to go, she was acting in her employment, and she didn't mean to do it. Let me just say this: I'm gonna ask him this, and if I forget to ask him, you make sure you remind me. Because she said she made a mistake, does it really mean she made a mistake? I don't know. Something to think about. I'm not buying that. Listen. Well, you know what? I ain't gonna say anymore. Come in Wednesday. Let's talk Wednesday, because I got a lot to say. I'm gonna say a lot. And he might get mad, and I don't give a damn, because I'm mad that he even said that. Vera said, "Don't forget the shooting in Brooklyn this morning." That was that was crazy. That was definitely crazy. Supposedly he had a knife. There was another place where a person, they had to shoot somebody. He was driving like a little tractor trailer or something, one of them bulldozer things, and he was just smashing cars off and flipping cars off. I don't know if that was in Pennsylvania or Delaware or somewhere, or Camden. Yo, that was crazy. Anna said good night, Bill and Malika.
Good night.
Anna, we love you. Gemma said, what's up? She said, love to you. She said, Vivian said, I cannot accept and believe that it was a mistake. No. I think it was in Jersey, right, Kenny? Thank you. You know what I was talking about. Yeah, yo, dude was going crazy ham with a bulldozer or something. He just flipping cars and picking them up, slamming them down. They killed him too. I don't know. Maybe his ass deserved it. I don't deserve, anybody deserves death. But I say that with trying to add a little humor to certain things. Listen, unarmed, scared, do people of color have we can't even be scared anymore. Like, goes back to that, if he would have just complied. Listen. Sometimes complying doesn't mean you got to die, right? We're going to talk about it Wednesday, please. Melvin, what's up, man? Thank you, my brother. I appreciate you. Happy birthday to your daughter, too. I know that was just the other day. Respect to the queen, the young princess. And Mel, Capricorn season is here. Capricorn's rock, brother. You know what it is. B. Washington, what's going on, brother? How are you? How's the family? I love the family picture. That was nice. Yeah, looked very good. Please tell your family I said hello, and father, looking dapper. We're going to get out of here because I'm going to rest up for Wednesday. Good night, Michelle. I'm going to rest up for Wednesday because I have a lot to say. And maybe the verdict might be in Wednesday. And like I said, my co-host, he has feelings. And I have feelings too, because the bottom line is, he was just like, I'll show you the text. He was like, yo, she needs to get off. Damn near hit the, you know how you go on the yellow line? I was like, brrr. I said, oh shit. Kenny, text me that information again. I'm gonna watch it tonight. So text me, Kenny. Vera, good night. Good night, everybody. Appreciate you. Real talk. All the time. Malika, say goodbye.
Good night.
Good night. As we said, like the commercial, good night, everybody. Next time. Appreciate you, everybody. See you Wednesday.